Hello, I'm Ann Baker. I'm a member of the Craftsman's Guild of Mississippi, and I'm on the grounds of our new building. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about making a pot on the potter's wheel. Pottery is a second profession for me. I started out as a nurse, and after putting my husband through graduate school, I decided it was my turn to go back to school. So I got an art degree and learned how to make pottery in the meantime. And I have loved it ever since. It's been at least more than 25 years that I've been doing it, and it's just been the delight of my life to be able to throw pots. I'm going to show you how I throw a pot on the wheel. I take the clay, and it has to become a ball, and I'm just forming it into a round ball. And after I do this, then I'm going to put it on the wheel, and I kind of take it up and give it a little bit of a slam. It makes a little noise, and then it sticks to this wheel. And as you can see, the wheel goes around. As the wheel turns around, you can see that it's a little bit wobbly. So I take my hands, and the first thing you need to do is you need to center the clay. And I do this that way, and it has to be centered on the wheel. This is the most important thing in throwing a pot. Is if it's not centered on the wheel, it'll tear or won't come up even, and so this is an important part. And then I'm just kind of working with the clay. This is called coning, and it helps it to get into position better. Now it's right in the center of the wheel. And I'm just going to take my thumbs, I use my thumbs, and I make a hole in there. I go down as far, this will be the bottom of the pot. So I want to smooth it out as best I can and make it so that it'll look nice when I get finished. And as I push my fingers together, it thins the clay and it starts to grow. And then I do it again. It takes about 3 times until it gets to be the thickness you want it. It just keeps thinning. And I'm going to put my hands, one hand in the side and the other hand holding the rib, and I will do a throw actually with using this rib, and it smooths my finger marks off and helps me shape the pot. I'm just going to bring this in a little bit more so I have a smaller opening. And take my rib again and smooth it. I'm going to take this is a chamois. It helps me so that I can touch the clay without distorting it. I like to have a little ridge right there. So I push my finger against the corner of this rib, and it makes that little ridge. We've got a little extra water down in the bottom here, and I'm just going to clean that out. Now I'm going to take this cutting tool, and I'm going to from the bottom of my vessel here. And then I'm going to take the rib again and just make sure I've got it the way I want it. Smooth out any lines that would be there. And then I'll take this wire and cut the pot off the wheel. And it's finished. Once the pot is made, you have to let it dry. It'll dry. It sometimes takes a couple days. We're in the South, and it's humid here, and so sometimes the pots will take a couple days to dry. This is the easy part. Then I have a series of other events that take place with it. This is an example of a finished pot. It's been fired twice, and it's had glaze applied to it, and after the first firing, I apply the glazes and the decorations, and then I fire it again. The first firing is called a bisque firing, and I fire my pots to 1750 degrees, and this leaves the pot still porous so that the glazes can be applied, and they will. And then you can apply your decoration and get ready for the second firing. I fire in a gas kiln. Many people fire in an electric kiln. But I fire in a gas kiln, and I fire it on up to cone 10, which is 2350 degrees. The reason I fire in a gas kiln is I like these subtle colors. I go through a process called reduction, and they limit the oxygen that's coming into the kiln, and then the chemical reaction will happen with the glazes, and I get these subtle colors. This is an example of another type of glaze that I do, and this is a gloss glaze. The blue glade glaze is more of a semi-matte glaze, but I like some of it. I like to do a lot of different things, and so I like to see the gloss on certain pieces and the matte. I even do a few matte pieces that are not shiny at all. This piece, as you can see, was manipulated after it got off the wheel. I cut holes in it, and so it gives you a different example of what can be done to clay. Once again, I'm Ann Baker, and I want to thank you for coming to my pottery studio and watching me work a little. I'm here at the Craftsman's Guild of Mississippi, and I have enjoyed showing you some of my work. Thank you very much.